Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first segment of Reviewing the Web with your hostess, Winsong. Now today, we'll be taking a look at what I believe to be one of the most clever YouTube shows to grace the web. What is it, you ask? Well, to put it short, it's simply known as
Stupid Mario Brothers.
Yep, that's right, Super Mario Brothers. Created by Richard Michael Alvarez and Chris Muller, or as Rich is known on YouTube, Rich Alvarez. Now I know what you're all thinking, but despite the title, this show isn't just a comedy, but it also holds an intriguing story as the show progresses, even going as far as indulging in the legend of Merlin herself. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Plus, Rich and his friends have done more than just a parody of a classic video game. So, let's take a look at the beginning. Joining the YouTube community on July 13, 2006, Rich Alvarez's first YouTube video was a King Arthur parody comedy movie that he and his friends just created for the fun of it. Before Super Mario Brothers, they also did a few vids about a monster mower, still funny though. Afterwards, the first Super Mario Bros. Was posted on December 29, 2007. As time goes on, Rich and his friends have made other shows such as Harry Potter parodies, YouTube news, Super Mario Chat Roulette, a few song parodies, which by the way are totally awesome, 2 episodes of Super Mario Bros. Ash and Brock, one of which is blocked due to copyrights, a few interactive adventures, National Park Adventures, which can be found on another YouTube channel, commercials for a bunch of stuff, SNES Patch, which can be found on Machinima YouTube channel, and a bunch of random videos just for the fun of it. Sorry! Okay, now let's get to the show itself. Super Mario Brothers so far consists of 4 seasons, soon to be 5. Sadly, the 5th season will be the last season due to some of Rich Alvarez's friends moving away. Not to mention that he would have to wait each summer for his friends to come back to do some more of the show, which would take maybe about a year or so for everything to get done for another season, so you can't blame him for that. The first season, Mario and Luigi are in our world taking a vacation from being heroes in the Mushroom Kingdom. Or at least they try to. Right from the first episode, the Mario Bros. Receive a letter from Bowser saying that he's kidnapped Princess Peach and he's taken over the kingdom and there's nothing that the brothers can do. Again. Well, to put it short, Mario and Luigi have gotten sick and tired of doing the old routine, so they decide to ignore the letter and continue with their vacation. A little while after, in the first episode, Wario shows up to take the 2 back to the Mushroom Kingdom, which he fails at. As the show progresses, it's just one funny antic after the other, with other characters coming into the scene, which include Waluigi, Ash Ketchum, DK, Princess Peach, as well as a few other original characters, such as the UPS and FedEx Men. You'll get the joke. Basically, the first season's pretty much comedy, where a few times Wario tries to get the brothers back to the Mushroom Kingdom, which he fails miserably at, though there are a few impressive fighting scenes, which you'll see for yourself if you ever decide to watch this one. Although by the last episode of the first season, the plot does start to develop when the Mario Bros. Receive a letter from Link, the hero of time, who leaves only this for the brothers.
Mario, Luigi, the real world is in great danger. I would come in myself, but for matters I cannot explain, I have been detained. I want to say more, but out of fear that this letter could end up in the wrong hands, all I can say is this. In the darkness lies the truth.
Now the second season is where things start to get a little more interesting and develop an actual plotline, as I said before. The Mario Brothers decide to get back to their world after reading the letter, but find that they can't due to the pathways being blocked. Though it turns out to be a good thing since the real threat is in our world. and not theirs. But don't worry, there's still some comedy in it. Anyway, with some help from their friends, including Brock, Ness, and Link, the Mario Bros. Discovered that they have to defeat an evil sorcerer by the name of Noxdesius, who is the brother of the great Merlin himself. Now, before you say or ask anything, I'm afraid I can't say too much on his backstory. Don't get me wrong, there is one. It's just I've already said too much about the show as it is, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up saying more in the future. Anyway, to wrap this season up, I will say this. With the defeat of one enemy, rises a new one. Well, sort of. Now, in the third season, the comedy and storyline are about pretty much equal at this point. But other than that, Mario and his friends, joined by Solid Snake, have to fight Wario, who's become even more evil than before, or so it seems. Not only that, but through a mysterious name by the name of Nilrum, reveals that Mario and his friends will soon have to face a creature known as the Darkness. In the end, Wario turns good, but for a different reason than you might expect. And no, I'm not going to say what, because like the last season, I've revealed way too much. Oh, and there's a side story where Link gets lost in the forest with the coconut. But there is a point to that part of the story, which reveals itself for the Super Mario Brothers movie, which starts right after the third season. Now, the movie is in 2 acts. The first act pretty much relives the comedy bits of the Super Mario Bros. First season, as well as reliving some past works that Rich and his friends have done. In the second act, we return to the storyline. Still has some funny parts, but has a lot of action. I'll admit, one of the good guys do die, but don't worry, they come back. And I'm not going to say who. Anyway, Mario and his friends are pretty much facing the darkness, along with one surprise villain. Not saying who it is. Afterwards comes Operation Blindstorm, where a real twist occurs. In short, the darkness gets its revenge. Just not in the way you think. Sorry. After Operation Blindstorm, there's an interactive game where you can choose to be Mario, Luigi, Wario, or Solid Snake to help the Mario Bros. Get money to pay rent. There's also another interactive game where it's more of a Halloween bit, but I'll leave that as a little Easter egg for you guys. And now we get to Season 4, where we start off with a dream sequence. Afterwards, we find out it's been a year since Operation Blindstorm. A good portion of the season is mostly comedy, but it pretty much sticks to the story. Plus, it starts to get serious by episode 53, I believe. It gradually grows serious by the end of the season. Anyway, in this first half of the season, Mario's trying to get money that he owes Solid Snake. Not saying what it's for. Sorry. Afterwards, Mario and his friends are suddenly attacked by a group known as the Trifecta, led by a mysterious name named Blair Veilstorm. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Yep, Veilstorm. As well as a group of ninjas, led by a red ninja named Zubashi. This, of course, leads to the appearance of Ryu from the Mortal Kombat games. But when Mario goes to face Blair at the second to last episode, a real twist occurs. And I'm sorry, not gonna say what it is. But I will say it leads to the revelation that Ganondorf is about to come to our world to take over it. Which in turn leads to Season 5. Which will be airing at February 10th. Which isn't too far away if you think about it. Or if this video comes up after the first episode. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop right there. And now we get to the point where I give my opinions on the show. But first, a little heads up. If you're going to watch this show, you should know that due to copyrights on certain songs, episode 14 and 36 are... Oh no, not 14. Episode 9 and 36 are either blocked or silenced. So, I'll explain what the episodes are about. In episode 9, the Mario Bros. Tried to get jobs but fail, which you can see for yourself since there's no sound but still has the image. In episode 36, well, actually, another YouTuber has uploaded that video, so you just have to click, well, do a search on episode 36 for the Super Mario Bros. Show. Alright, let's get to the opinions part of the show. What? I didn't have time to memorize all of this. Can you blame me? Though the first few episodes had some correct language, it wasn't that bad in the beginning. As the show continues, I can clearly see not only a growth in the characters, but in the special effects and story as well, while remaining to be extremely hilarious. Not to mention the impressive work Rich and his friends do in bringing the characters to life. Here, Rich's portrayal of the darkness was pretty realistic, which shows he has a great talent as an actor and a director. Which did surprise me when he made the announcement of a short movie he and his friends were doing for a film festival a few months back. Sadly, it's not on his YouTube channel yet, and I haven't seen it. But I've no doubt that it will be just as amazing as what he's done with this show when it comes out on DVD as such. After the film festivals, of course. Probably no surprise as well, since he's got not only over 94,000 subscribers, but a website of his own as well. So, as ratings go, this show and Rich Outfitters' YouTube channels receives from me a 10 out of 10. And believe me, that's a big deal even for me. So, if you guys want to check Rich out, as well as friends, just click on the link in the description box. And with that comes the end of the show. I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did, and I hope I did a decent job at reviewing this show, since, truth be told, this is my first time reviewing anything like this. So, without further ado, this is Wingsong, signing off.
Come on the